Yes guys, hope you're doing great. Today I'm going to show you how we can make some cool atmosphere sounds using a couple of new free plugins that I found. Firstly, what we're going to do to start off our atmosphere sound is we're going to use a short part of a vital reese. So what I've got up here is a quick reese that I've just made in a few minutes. And basically it's just a sine wave with a saw wave an octave higher, running through it with a bit of FM, bit of unison on the saw wave as well, and everything's low pass filtered, a little phaser positive filter over that as well, tiny bit of movement on the cutoffs of the filters, and then a little bit of drive on the distortion, bit of chorus, touch of OTT, and a tiny bit of flanging. Okay, so just a simple kind of neurofunk reese. And what I'm going to do next, I'm going to pitch it down an octave here, so it's quite nice and low, because I want to make a low, droney kind of atmosphere sound that we're going to repeat. We're going to add some effects on it now. The first thing we're going to add on is this new reverb plugin I found, which is a free reverb, and it's called the Nepenthe, or Nepenthe. It sounds really nice. And what I like about it is it's got a great length on it. You could go up to 8 seconds, but I'm just going to go up to 6 seconds here. I've taken the bass off because it's quite a low and rumbly reese now anyway. So I'm just leaving the bass off, taking the delay all the way down, leaving the treble up and the width up, and having the mix on 100%. So it's going to be 100% reverb and 0% dry reese now. All right, let's actually go ahead and bounce that out with the reverb on it, just so we can kind of see the waveform and see how long it is. That's quite nice. So now what I want to do is I want to add a couple more effects to give some change to the sound before it repeats, because we're going to repeat it again sort of every 4 bars or so to set up like a bit of a kind of pulsing atmosphere background to the start of a song. So here's another free plugin that I've just got called Songbird by White Elephant Audio, and this one's quite nice because it has like it's sort of like a vowel filter, right? So if I turn the rate up here and the depth, we get this kind of vowel movement happening, and we can just change the vowels a bit around here. Let's see. I quite like that one with the A. Let's turn up the air as well. It's a little bit more brighter. And now we're gonna automate the mix to come in, right? So I'm gonna use the Logic automation here. So I'm just gonna draw in a bit of mix as the sound progresses. So it came in really, really smoothly and subtly there. I almost want to make that a little bit more noticeable. So I'm just going to take that back a little bit, have it starting a little bit earlier like this. Let's bring it up a little bit more, something like that. There we go. A bit more, there you go. So you can kind of hear it coming in after the main first part of the atmosphere has happened. Okay, that's nice. So let's go ahead and bounce that out, because I'm happy with that, because we're just doing sound design here. So this is my sort of sound design workflow. A lot of times is I'll just, when I'm trying to make like a specific sample, I'll keep bouncing it out. Now finally, let's add a bit of like gritty distortion signal on the end of the sound with Ruina. So we're going to just tweak the settings here. Just looking for a bit of that grit. That's better. So now we're going to automate this to come on right at the end. So it's like almost the sound is sort of deteriorating as it gets to the end. Okay. So yeah, great little sound design thing you can do for like film sound design, video game sound design. Doesn't have to be electronic music, can be used in multiple instances of production. But yeah, let's blend that in a bit now. So I brought it in a little bit too early for me, but what I'll do is I just sort of always record it in and then edit it again afterwards, you know. So let's let's change that so it sort of starts a bit later. And it's a little bit needs a bit more like that. Can go a little bit harder perhaps and curve it down a little bit like this. All right. Okay, that's pretty good. It kind of ends like a little bit short. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slap like another little long reverb on everything. But not mixed in all the way this time. Just mixing in a little bit here. Just to kind of smooth it all over a bit, you know. And that's a bit nicer for me there. So why don't we now bounce all of that out as it is, and we should have our sort of finished file now, which we can go ahead and loop. And so what I can do then is, if I wanted to be extra smooth, I could actually loop, because it kind of ends a bit longer than my loop is intended to end, but that's fine. I can sort of use that to my advantage and have these sort of parts where it's a bit smoother. So here I'm doing a bit of audio work, and we can just fade the ends out on all of these so they kind of bleed into each other a little bit, you know, which can be, I think it's going to be quite nice. So they'll be kind of quite smooth. And then, yeah, if we fade those guys out. Okay, that's pretty nice and smooth for me. No sort of clicks or anything horrible. And then I've got it all bounced out as one. And we have a sort of looping and repeating every kind of 4 bar. Yeah, essentially atmosphere. Almost, I don't want to say the word metronome, but yeah, it's sort of pulsing and it's on the grid, you know. So nice sort of slow repeating pattern. And yeah, so it has this nice kind of, it's very, very subtle at the end. I could go a little bit more extreme with that kind of noise, but you can definitely enjoy the sort of, when you get halfway through, that vowel sound coming in. But yeah, I mean, we've used pretty much all just free plugins, you know. We've used Vital, which is free. We've used the Nepenthe Reverb, and then the Songbird, and Ruina, which is also free. And then we've created a whole new sound out of that can be used as like an atmosphere texture to like set up an intro, for example. So yeah, I just wanted to do a bit of like fun sound design with some free plugins today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Much love. Yeah, may I remind you as well, if you want to check out my links down below, I've got preset packs for Serum 2, Vital and Phase Plant, and even Current as well. I've got mentorship available now as well. We've got lots of great students, but we can always take on some more. I say we, I mean me. Links to book in sessions down below. If you want any more information about that, you can email me. Also, you can email me if you need any mastering work done. Also, I've got a great Patreon community. We're over on Discord. That's where all the action is. And if you want to participate in our feedback live streams, we've got one coming up very, very soon. Best way to do that is to get into the Discord. And anything else? Yeah, finally, check out the links down below to my record label as well, Artificial Music. We've got some great releases on there. All right, that's it from me today. More from me soon. Much love.